Students, in the previous session, we studied about carbohydrates, their classification, and different configurations of monosaccharides. In this session, we are going to study about the preparation and properties of glucose. Glucose or grape sugar, C6H12O6. Glucose is present in many fruits and honey. It is pentahydroxyaldehyde containing 4 asymmetric carbon atoms and hence it is optically active also. It is dextrorotatory and hence it is called dextrose. The structure of glucose is CH2OH, CHOH 4 times CHO. In the laboratory preparation, glucose is prepared by hydrolysis of alcoholic solution of sucrose by boiling with dilute HCl or dilute sulfuric acid. Sucrose on hydrolysis gives 2 molecules of C6H12O6. They are glucose and fructose. The solubility of glucose is much less than that of fructose. Hence, the resulting solution on cooling will give glucose, which crystallizes out. The commercial preparation of glucose can be done by hydrolysis of starch or starchy materials like potato, rice, maize, etc. by boiling with dilute sulfuric acid under high pressure. Then glucose is crystallizes out. The formula of starch is C6H10O5, which on hydrolysis gives N times the glucose C6H12O6. Properties of glucose. Physical properties. Glucose is colorless crystalline solid, has sweet taste, readily soluble in water, sparingly soluble in alcohol but insoluble in ether. Chemical properties. It is pentahydroxyaldehyde and gives characteristic reactions of aldehydes and alcohols. First one is oxidation. On mild oxidation with the bromine water, glucose gives gluconic acid. Only the CHO group at one end is oxidized to COOH, which is gluconic acid. On strong oxidation with nitric acid, glucose gives saccaric acid. Here, both CH2OH as well as CHO group at two ends will be oxidized to COOH. Reducing property. Since glucose can be easily oxidized, it is a good reducing agent. It reduces Fehling solution to a red precipitate of cuprous oxide. Glucose reduces Tollens reagent to a shining mirror of silver. Similarly, on reduction with a sodium amalgam and water, glucose gives hexahydric alcohol, which is called sorbitol. Here, the CHO group of the glucose molecule will be reduced to CH2OH. Aldehyde is reduced to alcohol. On reduction with hydrogen iodide and red phosphorus, glucose gives normal hexane. Addition with hydrogen cyanide. Glucose reacts with hydrogen cyanide to form glucose cyanohydrate. Condensation with hydroxylamine. Hydroxylamine is NH2OH. Glucose on reaction with NH2OH gives glucose oxide. Reaction with phenylhydrazine. Glucose react with one molecule of phenylhydrazine to form glucose phenylhydrazone. It reacts with excess of phenylhydrazine to give glucosazone. In this figure, it is shown that the first molecule is glucose. Then it is added to NH2NH C6H5. That is C6H5NHNH2, which is phenylhydrazine, to give glucose phenylhydrazone. It again reacts with another 2 molecules of hydrazine to give glucosazole, which is the final product. You can write it as glucose plus 3 molecules of phenylhydrazine gives glucosazole. Acylation. On heating with the acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride, glucose gives glucose pentaacetate. The 5 hydrogen atoms of the OH groups of glucose are replaced by acetyl groups, giving glucose pentaacetate. Fermentation. Glucose is fermented to give ethyl alcohol by the action of enzyme cymase present in yeast. C6H12O6 react with the cymase gives C2H5OH, ethanol, ethyl alcohol plus carbon dioxide. Mutter rotation. An aqueous solution of glucose freshly crystallized from cold alcohol shows specific rotation of plus 110 degree. On keeping the solution, the specific rotation decreases to plus 52.5 degree. But the aqueous solution of freshly prepared glucose crystallized from hot pyridine gives a specific rotation of plus 19.2. On keeping this solution, the specific rotation increases slowly to plus 52.5. That is, the value of plus 52.5 is the stable value of specific rotation for glucose. This change in specific rotation is with the time is known as Mutter rotation. Ring structure of glucose. The open chain structure of glucose is CH2OH, CHOH 4 times CHO, which is the middle structure shown in the bottom of this page. This structure cannot explain some of the reactions of glucose. One is, glucose does not react with ammonia or sodium bisulfate or restore the pink color of Schiff's reagent, even though it contains an aldehyde group. Similarly, it cannot explain the existence of alpha and beta forms of glucose. It cannot explain Mutter rotation. With methyl alcohol and dry HCl, glucose forms 2 methyl glucosides, alpha and beta forms. The open chain structure of glucose cannot explain this reaction also. In order to explain all these reactions, Haworth suggested that glucose exists in 2 stereoisomeric forms, where they contain rings of 6 members. Taking into consideration that D-glucose can readily give certain reactions of free aldehyde group. During the ring formation, the aldehyde carbon, that is the first carbon, C1, becomes asymmetric. This gives rise to 2 stereoisomers called anomers. A pair of diastereomers which are differ only in the configuration of the first carbon C1 are known as anomers, and the carbon 1 is referred as anomeric carbon. In one form, the OH group of the anomeric carbon is on the same side of the oxide ring, which is called alpha D-glucose. In the second form, the OH group of the anomeric carbon is on the opposite side of the oxide ring, which is the beta D-glucose. This alpha and beta D-glucose can explain the formation of 2 methyl glucosides. That is, alpha and beta D-glucose react with the alcohol and HCl gives methyl alpha D-glucoside and methyl beta D-glucoside. This reaction can also explain the phenomenon of Mutter rotation. But in the case of ammonia and sodium bisulfate, they are weak reagents. They cannot open the ring structure of this glucose and cannot give the product. However, strong reagents like HCl NH2OH, etc. can break the glucose ring to give an aldehyde form. Harvard suggested a pyranose structure for glucose. According to Harvard, the structure of glucose can be as shown in the figure: alpha D glucopyranose and beta D glucopyranose. They can be better represented by chair conformations also, because chair conformation is more stable than the straight chain structure. This is all about today's session. Thank you.